Criminal cases are continually hinging upon that one point. A man is suspected of a crime months, perhaps, after it has been committed. His linen or clothes are examined and brownish stains discovered upon them. Are they blood stains, or mud stains, or rust stains, or fruit stains, or what are they? That is a question which has puzzled many an expert. And why? Because there was no reliable test. Now we have the Sherlock Holmes test, and there will no longer be any difficulty. His eyes fairly glittered as he spoke, and he put his hand over his heart and bowed as if to some applauding crowd conjured up by his imagination. "You are to be congratulated," I remarked, consideringly surprised at his enthusiasm. There was the case of von Werkoff at Frankfurt last year. He would certainly have been hung had this test been in existence. Then there was the Mason of Bradford and the notorious Muller and Lefrey of Montpellier and Samson of New Orleans. I could name a score of such cases in which it would have been decisive. "You seem to be walking calendar of crime," said Stamford with a laugh. "You might start a paper on those lines. Call it Police News of the Past." "Very interesting reading it might be made, too," remarked Sherlock Holmes, sticking a small piece of plaster over the prick on his finger. "I have to be careful," he continued, turning to me with a smile, "for I dabble with poisons a great deal." He held out his hand as he spoke, and I noticed it was all mottled over the similar pieces of plaster and discolored with strong acids. "We came here on business," said Stamford, sitting down on a high three-legged stool and pushing one other in my direction with his foot. "My friend here wants to take diggings, and as you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you, I thought that I had better bring you together." Sherlock Holmes seemed delighted at the idea of sharing his rooms with me. "I have my eye on a suit in Baker Street," he said, "which would suit us down to the ground. You don't mind the smell of strong tobacco, I hope?" "I always smoke ships myself," I answered. "Oh, that's good enough. I generally have chemicals about and occasionally do experiments. Would that annoy you?" "By no means. Let me see. What are my other shortcomings? I get in the dumps at times and don't open my mouth for days on end. You must not think I am sulky when I do that. Just let me alone and I'll be all right soon. What have you to confess now? It's just as well for two fellows to know the worst of one another before they begin to live together." I laughed at his cross-examination. "I keep a bullpup," I said, "and I object to rows because my nerves are shaken and I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours and I'm extremely lazy. I have other set of vices when I'm well, but those are the principal ones at present." "Do you include violin playing in your category of rows?" he asked anxiously. "It depends on the player," I answered. "A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one—" "Oh, that's all right," he cried with a merry laugh. "I think we may consider the thing as settled, that is, if the rooms are agreeable to you. When shall we see them then?" "Call for me here at noon tomorrow and we'll go together and settle everything," he answered. "All right, noon exactly," said I, shaking his hand. We left him working among his chemicals and we walked together towards my hotel. "By the way," I asked suddenly, stopping and turning upon Stamford, "how the deuce did he know that I had come from Afghanistan?" My companion smiled an enigmatic smile. "That's just his peculiarity," he said. "A good many people have wanted to know how he finds things out." "Oh, a mystery, is it?" I cried, rubbing my hands. "This is very piquant. I am very obliged to you for bringing us together. The proper study of mankind is man, you know. You must study him then, Stamford said, as he bade me goodbye. You'll find him a knotty problem, though. I'll wager he learns more about you than you about him. Goodbye. Goodbye, I answered, and strolled on to my hotel, considerably interested in my new acquaintance.